Hey everyone, I'm a little bit sick, so you might hear me hacking and coughing, but I wanted to get this review done. So this is a Surface Pro 3. It's an i5 120 8 gigabyte machine and I picked it up at Costco actually. So I've been using it for about 2 months now. I was intending on keeping this guy for work to replace my older laptop, which is still doing the job. It's just I wanted something a little more sleeker and lighter for work, something a little more impressive. Um, and I was planning on selling my old laptop, which still has, plenty of life in it. It's a Dell E4300. It still totally gets the job done. But I wanted to see if this was going to fit the bill and also if it was going to meet all my needs. So definitely it fits all those bills for sure. But where it let me down in a few areas, I'll explain shortly. So let's go over the good stuff first. So, look at this light little power cord. It's got a nice light connector to it. It's maybe like a pound and a half, if even that. And then, of course, this guy being super light, super compact, super impressive, of course. Definitely meets the bill for impressing the client when you show up with this little hotness. But where it drops the ball, and the power is nice. As you may know, the Surface 3 Pros are a full computer. They're a tablet, but they're also a full computer. So I can install anything that I want on this Windows 8.1 version of Windows that I have on my desktop, Photoshop or Dreamweaver or whatever, and it'll run the same as on my desktop. That's pretty slick. The other tablets out there, they can't really do that. So those are all definitely major pluses for this machine. Where it let me down was, if you see in the back here, you have this handy kickstand. Well, this thing, I always wear shorts, and this thing just cuts into your leg if you can't get it to land on your shorts. So that was the first thing that kind of was a turn off. You can't really use it very comfortably on your lap as a laptop because of that reason. You're always kind of adjusting it and trying to make it work out for you. It's also top heavy, so there is that awkward feeling. I think I'm getting used to it, but there's that awkward feeling. All laptops are usually equally balanced or heavier on the component, part of it, the bottom part. The other thing that really kind of ticked me off was this stupid tab. It peels off all the time. I put it in my backpack and have to go fish it out of the bottom. It's running out of stickiness. This is just an afterthought that Microsoft had. Hey, we should add a pen to that. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. What are we going to do? Oh, we'll just stick it on the back. Oh, that's cool. This is the only place I could find that I could put it where it wouldn't interrupt all my buttons and things like that based on the size and everything. It's the only place. So they need to integrate a pen like the Samsung Notes do if they want to be a pen capable thing. Now, granted, this is a super slim design. I love that they've made it so slim, but I'm sure if they would have spent some time, they could have figured out a way to actually embed the pen in somewhere. At least make it more of a piece of the model here. Of course, it's great. You can flick this off and just use it as a nice large tablet, and then this just snaps back on. The keyboard itself, it's okay. It's kind of, I didn't feel like it was as good as my regular keyboard. It's not as solid, especially when I have it on my lap. Also, the track, I've had problems with it. There's no delineation between left click and right click, so it's just one big flat pad. So sometimes I'll be clicking on something and I'll start right clicking instead. Maybe I'm not over far enough or something. It's something that I could potentially get used to, but right now it just causes a little bit of pain in using it. And then to top it all off, so this comes with a free personal trial of Office 360. So I was trying to set that up. I click on it and follow the instructions on the card that they provide. And I go in, and apparently it automatically started a free trial for me. And so when I enter in the code that they tell me to enter in, it says, oh, that doesn't work on your account. Something like can't be redeemed on your account. So I look it up online. I spent like 2 hours trying to find a solution for this. And people are saying, oh, that happens when you start a free trial and you try to add a code, and it doesn't overwrite the free trial. So instead, it just kind of like goes, oh, I don't know what to do. So I call Microsoft, and I'm on the phone with them. I chat with them anyways for 2 hours trying to resolve it. One guy gets dropped, and he doesn't call me back. The other person's really nice, but I tell her, please deactivate the trial code so I can, the trial session, so I can put in this real session. And she says, oh, we don't have that capability. We can't do that. So she can't tell me whether it will work after the trial code. Her solution is, well, I'll just make you a new account, right? Well, that's not a great idea, because this is my main account. This is where my emails go, or all my OneDrive is, where everything is. And her solution is, well, let's just go make you a fresh new Outlook account that you can use. It's ridiculous. It's idiotic. So now, instead of signing in with my actual account that all my emails go to and everything, I'd be signing in with this extra account that now has my free trial. So that just basically put the cherry on the top of the cake that is telling me that Microsoft is continually going down that spiral, and will soon be, one of the lesser of the great powers. I'm sure that, Apple has overtaken them, obviously, and that Android has already overtaken them. So they're already third, if not fourth, in the ratings in my book, and most of the world's book. But they continue to spiral down. They're going to be a BlackBerry soon enough, is from everything that I see from them. Now this gave me hope. I was like, oh my gosh, Microsoft's done something right. Okay, so here are the reasons it's going back. One, price point. It's too high. It's too high for what it is. I mean, this is like I think the whole thing was just a kit, so it came out to like 1,400, something like that. This is the i5 128 gig. So came with the keyboard, came with the pad, and then of course the pen comes with the pad, and then of course this here, and then a trial, free trial for Office 360 that doesn't work. And so the Office 360 thing too, it kind of pissed me off because it's the personal version. Sorry, I am sick, so I'm going to be like coughing and hacking. So that means I can install it on one computer, that's this computer, and one tablet or phone. Well, I have another desktop that I might want to access my files from at home. I use this for on the go. My phone's on the go, obviously. Then I'd need my other desktop, and so that this version doesn't actually support that. But I find it odd that they would provide that limited version to a pro purchaser, right? The Surface Pro, you're probably going to be someone who has access to a lot of machines. That's why you're purchasing this. Anyways, so here are the reasons it's going back. Price point, it's a little bit too high, in my opinion, for what you get. It's still pretty neat, but in accompanying the price point issue is 6 months from now, Windows 10 is coming out, and they'll be releasing a Surface Pro 4. So, maybe I'm too late coming into the game, but based on my research, Surface Pro 4 will be coming with native Windows 10. So, again, it's not worth the investment for me to turn around in 6 months and then there'd be a new version out. I think they got a lot right with this, but they got a lot wrong. The pen and the kickstand for laptop use is not great. If you have a solid surface you can put it on, fine. So those 2 points, the Office Pro or the Office 360 issue just pisses me off. I mean, they know people are buying this. I mean, there are plenty of people having this issue on the web. Now, I'm assuming there's plenty of people that didn't have this issue, got on there and authenticated just fine. I followed the instructions and it screwed my account up. That's not a good thing. So maybe after it expires, maybe it'll work. I don't know. Actually, I actually went and created a new account just to see if I could get it to work, and I couldn't get it to authenticate then either. It was telling me that the keys were the key was wrong or something. So who knows? At this point, I'm done. So and let's see. There was one other reason that I wasn't smart enough to write down. So price point, the kickstand digging into my leg, not cool. The pen flopping off every once in a while, and the pen is an afterthought. And then the Windows 10 coming out, and so this is going to be obsolete, within 6 months. So I'd say those 4 reasons are why I've decided not to keep this guy. Take it back. It has some impressive features. It is light. It's cool that it's a tablet. It's cool. This is $200 extra. I kind of, yeah, whatever. They sell it separately. I guess it's probably a good idea. This is $200 just to get this stupid thing. The kickstand was a good idea, but I just don't find it to be very practical. And I mean, the power-wise, doing stuff, it's fine. It's a little portable laptop, so slash tablet. So, if you're thinking about getting it and those things don't bother you, go for it. It's definitely a nice machine. If you got a little extra money to burn, if you're not worrying about going to 10, I'd say go for it. But if any of those are concerns for you as well, then, definitely reconsider holding off and just waiting for this, for the new model. Save your money up until then, I guess. And then, wait maybe a month or two, see how it reviews out for this next model. But I'm hoping they take some of these suggestions and work on them. I was thinking something like a square or something like that. I mean, like a triangle where it kind of pops out and then allows you to and that would give you a flat space to kind of sit on your lap. And then it could basically fold up underneath itself and collapse. So I think that would be a good way to go. But as it is right now, it's just not ideal for a working professional like myself. All right. So I'm going to call it here. But I do like the machine. Just couldn't meet all my needs. Thanks.